knew Kenny well. I actually met Kenny as soon as I got out of barber school, and I met him. He used to work at a shop right across the street from Ricestown Plaza,
Okay.
and this is when I was looking for a barber shop, and he instantly felt like my energy. He was like, "Yo, that's not the place for you. It's too many people in here doing the wrong things. You feel me? Like you gotta find something for you."
Right.
And he was the one that actually put me on to where as though like I needed to. When you come out of barber school, they always just tell you get to work.
Right.
He kind of like put me on to where as though like I need to be in a place that's gonna suit me. So I mean, and
that's
we've been
key.
we've been not gonna say friends but associates for about 7-8 years now.
Okay. So how you felt when you heard about?
I didn't even hear about it. The crazy part is I was on Instagram just scrolling, and I'm like, man, he always posting pictures of himself. But then I said Murder Inc. Like what? So that's how I found out, and I called around asking what was going on, but nobody knew at the point. But it blew me. It kind of like set my whole mood, and I wasn't even right.
It's just been terrible. Today I was scrolling on social media and someone had posted that Baltimore is now being ranked equal to a third world nation.
Been like that.
Yeah, when it comes to murders and how do y'all feel about? I mean, Juan said it always been like that, but I think it's getting worse.
It's always been like that. We just got a lot of cell phones, technology. A lot of people just seeing more of it happening than anything.
Right, and definitely. And then this new generation, they just don't care at all.
Man, I had a 13-year-old boy pull out a gun on me.
What?
In the shop?
No, not in the
Oh.
shop.
About to say, well, these going hard, shorty.
It happened in the shop.
What? She wasn't even be on the radio show right about now. You heard me?
What, he was trying to rob you or just?
We got it was a car in front of me, and I'm like beeping my horn or whatever, and we got in a little argument, and the little boys on the corner like, man, get that away from here, da da da.
Right.
I'm like, man, go ahead in the house, like literally, he had to point it up in my face. I'm like, man, if you don't smack that thing out of sound, like you don't go somewhere. But the younger ones are more reckless. They're careless. They don't see anything.
Right.
Beyond a year from now, beyond 2 years from now. So it's sad, but
sad reality.
Right. So do you think that the lack of like recs and resources and things for kids to do now is like contributing to them just being out here reckless and?
No.
Yeah and no.
What?
I'm about to say absolutely not.
Yeah and no.
And social media and media in general. Yeah, they are being conditioned. Most definitely.
Growing up, we had what was that? The Powell Center.
Yeah, which they don't know nothing about.
Yeah, exactly. My mom used to make me go there. I didn't never want to go, but I mean, it was a good outlet.
Right.
They teach you.
Somebody said, "Hey, Jess the Barber, we're proud of you."
Yeah,
Ella Curl.
appreciate it.
Sister Ella Curl.
Okay.
We had the Powell Center, and you go there, do your homework before you even start playing. We had back in the day, it was a lot easier. I'm gonna say, you had your neighbors looking out for you. I came
The
from
village.
The village. I came from a good foundation. My family was together. They weren't fighting. If my mom wasn't home, somebody was there. So now it's just you come from a broken spot now. Like everybody's trying to make a way.
Right.
So did you stay at the Baltimore's Barber Battle to the end, to the very end?
Which one?
The one that was just out Glen Burnie.
I didn't even go.
You didn't go?
No, I took my daughter and my niece to the circus.
Okay, because she said it was a she described the barber that I thought was you when she was telling me she was bringing the barber on the show.
She always at these.
It was nice though. Do you do any of the barber battles?
Yeah, I do. I do DC, but
ain't that's coming up though, right?
Yeah,
the DC
October
one coming up.
13th.
Yeah.
It's another one coming up September 9th, I think. Pause or something like that.
Yeah, I got a being at that barber battle was like I got a whole different perspective on like the actual craft and like
it's an art.
I mean, I knew it was an art, but like when you see barbers that's like really into what they doing and like some of the stuff they was doing, I was just sitting there looking like, damn, and man, it was just was a different vibe. Like it was just a different vibe. Wound up being like a little altercation at the end, but it was like at the very end. That's why I asked you, did you stay to the end?
Yeah, I wanted to attend. Like I said, I found out at like the very last minute, but I'm proud of Baltimore, man. We coming up, we doing our thing, and I work for Baltimore Beauty and Barber School.
Okay.
And a lot of the students went, and they was telling me, you know, their experience. Hold on, I gotta give a shout out to my class, because if I don't,
Give them a shout out.
I'm gonna go to work, and they be like, Jess, what happened?
Give them a shout out.
Travis, Dempsey, Gary.
You want to name all of them?
Hold up.
Let her do her thing.
Now I forgot where I was at.
Oh,
Bill. Cassidy, Brittany, like they if y'all come out Rosedale, go to Baltimore Beauty Barber School. Like they ready for it. They ahead of the game, and that they put me where, you know, like sometimes I'd be like, man, I don't even want to go to Tarsha right now. I'd be like, yo, I ain't coming that day.
So what made you? I mean, what made you want to? I mean, because being that you are a barber, like, what made you want to get back into the teaching side of it or the classroom side of it?
I wanted to put myself back to the beginning where I was. You know.
Okay.
I always tell myself, humble myself. You feel me? Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Sometimes, and it wasn't until I was in it that I realized that this is what I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to do it, but this is what I actually love to do. You know, teaching and seeing that enthusiasm. You know, seeing that eagerness, ready to just cut ahead. Sometimes it takes me 3 hours.
So you just do that, or you still cut like
still
private
cut,
customers? You got private clients,
I still
or
work in the shop, and I do that.
okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna say this is the only thing I'm good at, but this is the one thing that I love doing. So I'm gonna just take that full force, and anything that I can get my hand into,
Right.
with this whole career, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, because being at, when I was at that barber's battle, I was like, yo, I didn't know it was like stuff you can do with products. There's so many people doing so many different things. Like people creating all types of different razors, and I'm just sitting there like, damn, like this is like something.
It's an art, man. I wake up.
It's a booming business.
Yeah, I wake up every day just even now. I'm still eager to just cut hair. After like the 15 hit, you know, I'm tired, but I still wake up.
So do you do any like back to school cuts or anything like that?
I'm actually doing a back to school event. I don't know the date yet, but I will be doing half off on cuts.
And that's why I like Jess, because she really do give back to the community. She will even cut kids' hair that parents don't have money. She'd be like, all right, I just do it. She helps me with Christmas baskets every year. So she really do give back to the community.
So when you do
for the homeless, everything.
Yeah.
So how was that experience? Because I did a lot of work with the homeless community, and I know like sometimes they are overlooked, but they're not overlooked, but they are kind of overlooked as far as like what their needs are. Like we was doing like giving out clothes and you know, this basic stuff, food and stuff like that. And the one guy was just so happy. It was like a dead winter. It was like maybe about 8-9 years ago. But he was just so happy that the good people were coming. So when you're doing stuff like that, the haircuts, that changed the person's whole self-esteem, they whole energy feel, and they feel like they back in their heyday. You know what I mean?
A lot of them are just really grateful, you know, just to even have people come down. But you know, like I put more effort into them honestly than I do in the shop. Because, you know, they need it more, you feel me?
Right.
And I'm not able to wash and, you know, blow dry and do all the aspects that I can do in the shop. So I try to put my best work forward with them. And I've never had anybody like, oh, come on, Jess. Like, everybody's always want me, like, can you cut my hair? Can you cut my hair?
That's what's up.
Because I always, even with the homeless, you know, they deserve respect too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They have dignity. You feel me? Like I want them to go out looking like something.
Yeah, feel like new money when they leave. When they feel like that
Exactly.
new money. Yeah, that's what.
And that would make them feel so much better anyway.
Exactly. I seen one guy that I did at what place was it? It was a men's shelter, and I seen him at Popeyes, and he was cleaning the floor, and it was like maybe like 9:30 up the village, and I'm like, man, they closing. But he was like, I remember you cut my hair. He let me in, got some chicken and all that for free.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, man, you cut my hair, you know. I was like, appreciate it. Gave me like 15 wings. I just wanted 3.
All right, like, I remember you cut my hair when I was down bad. Now I'm all right in the mix. I got you.
It's calming, you know. You gotta put out good energy and able to get it back.
So being that you are teaching in the school, right? Like, the barber in school, like. And I know a lot of young. I'm a former teacher, and a lot of young people are with this current school system we have constructed right now. A lot of them not going to go to college. So, like, how do you like not convince them, but like I guess show them the way. Some people may think it's just cutting hair. And like I said, my experience at the barber battle is a little deeper than that.
It
like
is.
even talking to some of the elders that been in there for like 30 years in the game, they talking about dermatology cuts, people getting insurance, swiping insurance cards like $3,000 for haircuts, and I'm like, yo, I'm in the wrong business. Like I need to go back and I need to go get my barber's license or something.
But that's the thing, like people, because I went to cosmetology school. I did hair for a while, and I think people don't realize like how in depth the whole like arena is when it comes, because with hair and barbering is so much more. Skincare is everything. You have to learn a lot about the person.
Yeah, it's
so
not just about cutting.
yeah,
Even in school, we go through chemicals, everything.
right.
But I don't convince anybody to stay in school.
Right.
It's all about, you have some barbers that's eager and ready and willing to learn, and then you have those barbers that's just there for the money.
Right.
Those
Yeah.
are the ones that aren't going to last.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
So, I mean, that's all the experience within themselves.
True.
So I try to convince the kids, well, not the kids, my students, to just stay eager, man. Stay eager, stay hungry. Like,
Yeah.
once you get content, and once you feel like you at a place where you want to stay at, that's when everything falls apart.
There was two young bros that actually won the top prizes. Like two young bros won. They was like in their 20s. Like
that's
one of them
cool.
with method. One of them was a teenager. He was 17,
Wow.
and he won the
Right.
he won the battle. I think he won either the fastest fade or one of those particular ones. But I was just like amazed. Like
That
You
is
gotta be
amazing.
16 to get your license.
Really?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I went to school with a young dude. He was 16, still in high school. Once he
Try
left
to
school,
tell
he
my
would
son.
come straight.
Try
He
to
would
tell
come
my
straight to
son.
school, and now he owned a shop out East Point.
I know
Somewhere.
See,
That's
that's what I
right.
try to tell my son. I'm like, yo, you out Frederick, yo, you might as well start cutting hair now. You can be
Right.
a beast
Yeah.
barber out there. You
That's
grow
what I
there,
tell
grow
my
with
Especially
you.
out there.
Start networking, start getting your business ready.
Get
So
your
when you
clientele
done,
up.
Exactly. So when you're done school, it's a fly. You
Right.
just keep going. You don't got to start it. For me, I started a little late. you
Okay,
know?
okay.
So it took me a while to grasp the idea of all the things that I could take advantage of.
Okay.
So I'm giving them all the tools that they can use now.
That
so
you
that
didn't,
they,
right.
that I didn't get. So
Ah.
I'm giving them all the tools now so they can.
See, that's the power transfer right there. See, that's the win. Like they getting
Right.
the teacher that really care, giving them the
And
jewels,
know.
and not just teaching straight out the book. You know what I
Straight,
mean?
yeah.
Like that's what's up. So I got a question, right? So it's maybe a weird question, right?
Oh, man, wait.
So right, so you know how you know how they say barbers be cutting their own hair, right?
Mhm.
Is that really true? Cause I can't even cut my own bald head. You know what I mean? Without leaving patches and all that. So how y'all be giving yourself fades and all that? They teach y'all that in school. That's just like a gift you gotta like. You know what I mean?
After a while, once you start learning how to cut other people's hair, it comes easy. But I don't cut. I cut my own hair like if the person that I want to cut my hair isn't available. But it's hard.
Yeah, if I'm
Your
like,
eyes
my
hurt.
buddy, like, yo, how do you get yourself a fade, yo, like, and it be perfect? He be like, yo, I've been doing it for years, and I'm
Yeah, it
like,
hurts your eyes because you gotta stay
about them
detailed.
angle shorts,
Your
about them
hands.
angles.
That's why I don't even do
That's
it.
a
But
skill.
if I have to, I do it.
Yeah, that's a skill. I know it was a weird question, but I thought he was lying when he was like, yo, he
No,
gave
a lot of
himself a
barbers do
fade,
that.
like,
A lot of barbers do their own, cuts. I mean, I would rather trust my own tools on my head than to trust
Sure.
somebody else's tools. Like I
Sure.
don't know.
Or
if
trust
they're
you,
cleaning their
period,
stuff.
instead of someone messing.
Yeah,
your
not even
head
messing
up.
you up because like I tell a lot of people, there's a lot of diseases out here. You can get that from the clipper itself. You can get HIV. You can get gonorrhea.
Right. If they don't clean it
Yeah.
right.
If you don't clean your
Yep.
tools, you feel me? So that's all. It's a trust level. That I'm gonna sit in your chair and I'm gonna trust that you clean your tools enough for me to trust you to cut my own hair. So it's like I would rather use my own stuff because I
know
what
that
I
you
do.
took
Yeah.
care. Damn,
So
Yeah.
now it got you thinking now.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I go to top notch barbers like master barbers.
Oh,
So
okay.
I mean, I know they take good care. They stuff in their tools are like the Lamborghinis or the Clippers. Like they very quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not the loud one. They get all hot on you. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I mean, it is all about the tools. But I mean, I just want to ask that because I be just find it amazing. Like that's why I didn't want to be a barber because you're young, you be cutting hair, cut my little brother's hair. Like, but I could never cut my own hair. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm not a barber if I can't cut my own hair.
Hey, nah, you can cut other people's hair and not learn how to cut yours.
That's true.
Like I said, it's tiresome. Your arm, for me, it's my arms hurt, my eyes. Like you gotta stay focused. and then your eyes start blurring up, and then you gotta let it go, and then you gotta come back to the mirror. It's just too much. So I just don't even do it. If I do, I just shake myself up, put a little part in my head, and keep it moving.
Now, when you say you're doing the back to school thing with the kids, you doing it at your shop or you partnering up with another shop?
I'm trying to partner up with another shop, but if not, then I'm gonna do it at my shop.
Okay, yeah, definitely get us the information on that because a lot of kids definitely be needing their haircuts.
Definitely.
I'm gonna try to do something right before school starts, like have these kids going back looking good. When you look good, you feel good.
Yeah,
and I can say
exactly.
that for myself because I be looking. I'm telling you, I cut hair all day. I be looking rough. I be looking homeless. Once I get that haircut, I'm like, I'm back to me. Back to me.
Yeah, know the feeling.
So I just wanna give other people that feeling.
Yeah, because like I said, being a teacher, like kids do perform better when they look good.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Like I done seen some of the worst kids. They ain't had no haircut for weeks, and then when they get their haircut, they come in there and be a whole
different type
student.
of kid. Yes.
Yeah. That feeling is what you want to give people all day, every day, and that's what I see myself on.
Shout out to New York tuning in and just say what's up to y'all.
Hey. New York. I got a couple people from New York. I went to Connecticut for a hair show, Barber event out there. It was dope. A lot of people out there. 5-hour drive. It was really good.
Go ahead, Tosh.
So what other projects do you see yourself like getting into? Because I know like you into the barbering thing and you also into giving back to your community. So down the line, like what do you see yourself like doing? Like starting a nonprofit, linking up with nonprofits.
I want to do nonprofits, and I want to start. Well, I just shout out to my brother. I just started him under me, so he's an apprentice barber.
Oh,
nice. Nice.
What my plan to do is, start building businesses, black-owned businesses, and I mean he's at the forefront with it. So I think as a family we could connect and get it moving, get it jump started.
Yeah. Especially like with you continuing teaching and then you taking someone under your wing, I think that's amazing. Because like Juan said, like a lot of kids don't want to go to college, but then they don't know what other options they have either.
It's too expensive.
That too.
I would tell anybody.
Yeah, get your trade first. Like I tell people, get your trade first.
Get a trade.
Once you get your trade first,
then take that money that you making from your trade and go to school.
Expand.
Yeah.
It is not even about just going to school. Like expand your horizon. Like go get a trade. Work it. I don't know. Like work your butt off in the trade.
Right.
yeah. If I had to do it all over again, like I didn't really learn nothing in college for real. Like everything I did in college, I already kind of knew. But if I could do it all over again, I would have did my original path. I'd have did real estate first, then went to college, or I would have did a trade like barbering or something like that, and then went to college. But my path was real estate first, as I'm getting in the game late now. But had I known what I know now and how to make money work for you and not work for it, like that's what I like about all the barbers that I know that like stretch the profession. Like how you said, like you went back to teach and you do the barber battles and stuff like that. Like those that are like really into it, you know what I mean? Like it's so many different ways you can finesse and make your money work for you. They're not working for the money; they allowing their money to work for them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
never wanted to work a 9 to 5, and like.
That's most eyes.
I watched my mom struggle to raise all 3 of her kids by herself, and she never had time to do nothing. Like, and even if she did, it wasn't enough because she had us 3 and me, because I probably was the worst one. Bookings all the time.
Oh God.
Exactly. I big ups to my mama, man, but I never wanted to. Seeing her work so hard, I never wanted to do that. She always told me, find a good job, get a 401k plan, and settle. I never wanted to settle. Never wanted to settle. I wanted to make my own money. I ain't want to I ain't want to give it to nobody else. I wanted to make my own money, and I wanted to make my own time. You feel me? And I did it. I did everything. I worked at Walmart. I did reverse mortgages. I did everything.
So how did you find time for your own self-care though? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Teaching.
I still don't. I still don't have self-care. Like, I work 7 days a week. I just recently started taking Mondays off, and that's not even really self-care because I used to get my daughter from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's nonstop for me. But I learned at a young age I gotta stay busy because if I don't, I find myself getting into other stuff. So I get in trouble when I got extra time on my hands. So I just stay busy.
Wow. I mean, hey, a lot of people have that same story. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, you know, we definitely, as a business owner to another business owner, like, we definitely had to find time for that self-care. Like,
Right.
even when sometimes just doing nothing is sometimes
sitting
doing
there,
nothing
right.
is just as much as like you being busy. You know what I mean?
I can't
Like,
even do nothing. That's the thing. I try sitting in the house.
With that
like,
ADHD kick in.
Exactly. It really don't, because like most people be like, I get up 6 o'clock in the morning, I do this and I do that.
now, see, I don't do all that.
Me,
No,
I get up
no.
when I want to.
Yeah,
I get up about
yeah.
like 10, 10.
But that's the joys of owning your
and
business.
starting my day. But then I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah, me too.
Googling,
Yeah.
finding something else that I can get into. So when everybody's asleep,
You up,
I'm
working,
up.
grinding.
I'm up thinking of what else can I get into, or what else can I get myself into, or what I can help my brother get into. What doors can I open for him? You feel me? So I'm up. It don't even matter. And I use that as self-care because I feel like the time that I have
Being a creator. So you're saying like you being a creator and a creative spirit, like that's your self-care. Like
Yeah.
you being creative and in your zone.
Yeah, that's all I do. I just try to find another way, another form that I can continue to move myself forward, because like where I'm at right now, I'm okay, but I don't want to stay here.
Yeah,
I
right.
want to keep moving.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Barbers, y'all getting it in right now.
Y'all
I'm trying
are.
to tell you, y'all getting it in
Well,
right now.
I want to go back to
But
the
you know what?
industry.
But the barbershop talk has changed too from when I was a
Exactly.
kid to where it is now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Each shop has its own identity. You go in some shops where no cursing is allowed. You go in some shops where cursing is allowed. You go in some shops where, I mean, it's the pecking order in certain. Because I used to go to a shop at the Plaza. Shout out to my brother Scott, who was no cussing allowed in his space. Not the barbers, nobody. Like, he was straight old head. This is how
Right.
we moving in my shop. There's kids in here. We gonna talk respectful. We ain't going. You know what I mean? So, and then there's a barber shop downtown where they don't even let you in if your pants hanging off
Oh,
your
wow.
butt. They was like you can't come in. It was like no entering if your pants. It said something like you won't be served if your pants is sagging.
I think that's nice.
good.
I
But
was
yeah,
like,
because
damn,
that's
like-
a respect thing.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying.
Nobody
Like,
want to see the back
Right.
of somebody's butt.
so what type of culture you got at your shop?
Man,
I love her
I never
shop.
been there. I'm just curious. You know what I mean? 'Cause like I said, every shop got its own culture.
It's dope. I just recently started in there September, but hey, we curse. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm probably the one that curse more than anybody else. Sometimes it just comes out and I don't even know it.
But it'd be good conversation.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. It's
Like
always-
what? Like what, Tosh? Like what, Tosh? Give me an example.
Okay.
I always come there stirring up stuff, so I don't
We
know.
can't barbershop rules. Nothing leaves the
Yes.
Barbershop, Barber, you know what?
Yeah,
It's
but
like
I
Vegas,
always
baby.
go in
It's
there
like
stirring
Vegas.
up
It's like
stuff.
Vegas.
I
It's like
always,
Vegas.
yeah.
Nothing leaves the
It's like Vegas.
But it'd be good conversations,
Yeah, it's
though.
nothing. It's
I'm
nothing.
sure.
I just go and hang there sometimes. I just go over there.
And I mean that the barbershop was the original meeting spot
Right,
for
it
grown
was.
people back in the day where we used to
Exactly.
have our meetings and make our plans on how we going to move in the world. So like I just hope that each shop that has their identity, you know what I mean, is doing the same thing with these young people, because you know it's a relationship between your barber and the client. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I got like 5 different barbers. I can go with barbers.
Five? Why do you have
Because
five?
my schedule is
So
so
y'all
crazy.
men don't have rules because, all right,
No, listen
because
to what I'm saying.
females got rules
listen to what
when
I'm
it comes
saying.
to
Listen to what I'm saying.
hair.
Listen to what I'm saying. I have my number one barber when I need to get all the way chopped right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, but I have multiple ones that do the same thing because my schedule's so big. I may be over East Baltimore, South Baltimore, West Baltimore. I might be out the county, and I gotta be able to.
But that's cheating on your.
How? But if
barber.
everybody give me like,
I mean,
I just got a new barber at the barber shop where I go at for my one barber, but he was running behind, and I had a meeting
And
to go
this
to.
at the same shop.
And
That's a no-no.
But what I'm saying
That
is
is a no-no.
he actually might have took my bro job. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
no-no. You can't do that.
That's what you mean.
You can't do that.
but that's the
rules.
blessing of having a good shop when you can go to anybody and get the same
You
type of.
You can't. I know back in the day you could not do that.
Is get the same cut from another person. Every barber has a different style.
But he
Everybody
did it
has
much
a different
better.
style.
Like
Oh
he
my
he,
God.
he did it much better
He
because
probably
you know
did
what?
do better,
And I
but
think
he
that
didn't
you know
give
what?
you the
I've
same
been eyeballing his services because my barber right here,
That's
the
that.
chair right there, something like that.
yeah.
And every time in there, I'm like, boy, I said, well, that's a
And
nice
if
cut.
I was your original barber, I would
but me
not
and my
talk to
barber
you
is
no
cool.
more.
But me and my
Whatever,
barber
that's
cool.
not-
See, me and my
We can't
barber
do
be
that at
cool.
the hair salon,
I'm a
though. I
tipper.
can't-
I'm a tipper. I tip my barber. So me and my barbers, we cool. You
We
know what I
can't
mean?
do that in a hair salon. You can't go and been getting your hair done by one girl the whole
So
time.
you can't
and
go
then,
from Keisha to Tasha.
No, you can't. You
They gonna be
can't.
fighting
They
up
gonna be fighting.
Yeah,
It's gonna
females-
be
But what if
some
I just
bees
wanted to go to?
thrown.
If I wanted to go to Keisha for, cause she hooked me up the last
You
time,
can't
and then I'm
do
gonna
it.
come
You
back.
can't do it. That's disrespectful. Disrespectful.
Well, call it disrespect, but I'm gonna tell you this: I'm going to who makes me feel good when I spend
Oh,
my
my
$25 to get a beard and a bald head. That's a lot for $25 for a bald head. That's a lot.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot. How much you pay your cell phone bill?
All right,
You
man.
call them and be like, hey, that's a lot. I
Right.
only called 2 people today.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
paying it look
Yeah.
good for the week.
Well, I don't mind paying 25. For
You talking about 25? Wow.
I mean, I pay. I
get my
don't
hair
pay
done. I'm
up to
paying
$40 or
over
$50 for a haircut, but I'm just saying that, like, but I don't do the enhancements and all this. A lot of barbers be cheating the game.
I
too.
just learned about enhancement. I did not
It's
know that
not-
was
it's not-
something
it's not a
real.
cheat. It's not a cheat.
All
You
right,
got
explain
some-
that
That
to me.
is a
Explain
cheat
that to
because
me.
got.
It's
No,
not a
explain
cheat.
that
It's not a cheat. It's some barbers who overuse enhancements.
Right. Okay.
It's about the like I use hairspray like the spray, but I use a pinch of it. It's like bam bam bam.
So you
Some
use like
of
the
them
little
you-
powder spray that come out the
no,
little.
no, I don't use the powder spray. I use the airbrush.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
just bam 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 and it's done. You feel me? Some people, you know, they just douse that stuff on people.
They do.
And it don't even look real. You feel me? Like, why is your hair purple?
So
Okay.
have you done any? So have you done any of the man weaves?
No, I have not.
I
done
can-
a
I
man
do
weave
not-
yet.
I
One of
cannot
my
believe it's
clients
a man
asked-
weave.
It's not a demand for me, and that's what a lot of people like. Yo, you should start doing this. You should start doing that. But I like I say, I stay in my lane. you feel
Right.
me?
Right.
If there's not a higher demand, like it's only 2 of my clients who want it. You feel me? Like I need.
Well,
I need,
you know guys that get man
I need
weaves.
about
I don't
50 of them
personally
joints.
know any, but I've
Oh, I
seen
was
someone
gonna-
where I think they
'cause
got
they
a man
out here
weave because they was
perpetrating and
bald headed
everything.
like for months.
And then all of a sudden they got
They
hair.
got like waves. And I'm like, damn,
Hey,
like,
hey, to each
I'm
his
like,
own,
yo,
but-
what are you eating, bro? Like, I want
in.
in.
Not high enough for me to just go out there and do that. You feel me?
I was
Maybe-
shocked.
Maybe in a couple years where you feel me, it's a lot of more people wanting it,
Right.
then I'll hop on it. But right
Yeah.
now, it's not in my clientele, so I'm.
I
not
cannot
Good
believe
job.
this.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. I didn't believe it until I asked my barber. I said, yo.
They do the beards too. You seen the beards?
I saw the beards,
No.
and that's just dead wrong.
What you mean they do the
Nah, and
beards?
I love me some
Man
beards.
beards,
Let me
man.
go up to a man, and that beard is not real. I'm gonna have a problem.
But I feel like
Yes.
those things should be used in a different like for
How?
patient like patients with cancer.
Well,
Yeah, like
terminal
yeah,
ill patients. I
yeah,
don't feel
yeah.
like if I ever do indulge myself in that area, it will be
for
for the
them.
better. It wouldn't be for just making you look good. For it lasts.
But they be paying money for that.
It's like $250, $400. But
Yeah.
I'm not
But
in
how
this-
long
I'm
do
not in
that
it.
last?
It's like 3
So
months.
they gluing it in.
Yeah. But I'm not in this for the money. I'm in the love. I'm in this for the love of the art. You feel me? And like I said, if I do decide to do those services,
It will be for
it will
a
be
reason.
It will be for a reason.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I can definitely see you doing that.
And I mean, it take what 4, 5 hours, 3 hours
To do a beard,
No, not the beard. We're talking about the man weave.
the
But-
man weave.
Yeah,
It don't even take that
a
long
while.
to
It
do
takes
a
like 2
regular
hours.
weave.
Hey, it takes like 2 hours. But at least it's going in a good cause and like.
Right.
Let alone like I wouldn't even see myself doing it unless it was for.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe it. When he told me, I was like, dang. He was like, yeah, yo, then they pay top dollar.
They do.
And it's that and the third. And I was like, well, how did you do it? And he was breaking it down. I was like, dang. I said, yo, I would never.
I mean,
do
it's
none
so
of that.
easy. You've seen
Now
so
I'ma go
many. I've
tugging
seen
on
so many
beards.
barbers do it online that I could do it. I just gotta find the hair. You feel me? Where are they getting the hair from? You feel me?
Right.
So
That
it's-
is a good question.
exactly. So now I gotta pay $450 to go to a class to find out where they get the hair from.
So the person that's actually sourcing the hair is probably the one winning.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in the
And that's
wrong
where you
business.
got that's with
Exactly.
weaves. The one that provides the weaves are the one that's actually winning, not the ones that's doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not in that world. I sell
Shoot.
juice. I sell health. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know nothing about the man weave culture,
Now
society.
you know.
I just
I'm
know-
tugging beards from now on. I'm just saying. I'm tugging them.
Sometimes you gotta tug everything. Man.
That's
Everything
true
ain't right.
too. Yeah. Everything fake.
Well, I didn't know anything about the barbers. Till you put me on that the barbers that like had lost their lives or whatever. I didn't know nothing about that.
It's crazy. Like, and I was telling a friend of mine the other day that they see barbers as these rich or like they got money, but we living just like the rest of y'all. You feel me? Like
Right.
other people go to work, they get a check, they get a deposit in their account, or they go to the ATM get that money, but our money is on us. You
Right,
feel me?
right.
All day, every day. And
Right.
that's the unsafest thing ever. And that's why, I mean, in the beginning, I ain't gonna lie, I was flashy. I got
That's what I was about to say, because a lot of them are flashy, or they came from that world before they decided, okay, I'm going to do something legitimate, like cut hair.
It's a hustle, but at the end of the day, a lot of barbers are flashy, and that's why I put myself in a. I did it in the beginning. You feel me? I'm flying money, strip club.
They don't care, like they don't care, right? To make it right.
But now I'm so cautious and aware, like the decisions that I made. You feel me? Like I was telling Tasha the other day, I just bought a car. And a lot of people assume that I was just going to go out there and be flashy like I usually am. But nah, I actually thought about it. The safety of my child. You feel me? The gas that I need. You feel me? Like,
Get some adulting. Get some adulting.
I've matured.
Okay.
Really?
So
That's good.
I'm not out there flashing money, but a lot of it, like I can tell, when people come into the shop, they're like, you pull out your money for change. A lot of people like, damn, you stacking. Like, yo, I got to pay rent. I got to pay car insurance. All this whole other stuff. Like, they're not seeing. They just saying the surface, picture. But they not. They just saying the money. But
so, do you talk to your students about that?
Yeah, I just talked to them.
Yeah, they need to be schooled on
exactly.
that early, so they won't be blowing their bread online.
That's what I just
stuff.
I just had a class like 2 weeks ago, and I told them like you gonna be so like right now they ain't making no money, they just making tips.
Right.
But when you get in that shop, when you start making money, you feel me? You gonna love it. You gonna like it.
Right.
And it's. Hey, I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna throw that. Don't play catch up.
And then don't forget the booth rent or the lease on your shop.
Exactly.
Like all of that, paying your staff, like all of that. Like
you don't pay staff.
Well, not.
No, you don't pay staff. Like that's only that.
I'm
about to say I don't know no bar.
Yeah, but it's so much money that's in your hands.
That has to go
touches
other
your
places.
hands.
And that's why it's important. That's why I said that's why I think it's so important to teach the young people about how to make the money work for them, because they're in a whole different wave flow right now, whereas though it's a great opportunity to be an entrepreneur. They can flip their money and make their own socks. And
$200.
That's it.
Damn.
You can reinvest.
I'm in the wrong
$200.
business, DJ Nicky Nick.
$200.
We opening up a shop.
Yeah,
We're gonna call it
chain
Radio
of
on Fire Cuts. We're gonna say restoring your hairline.
Restoring your hair.
Restoring your hairline.
And you
on
don't have
Restoring
to be
the
a
Village.
barber to open up a shop.
Nope. No, you don't.
Nope.
What? I did not know that.
Oh yeah, I was going to invest in a couple.
Always wanted to do like a beard bar.
And that'd be dope.
That would be
Like
dope.
strictly just
For
beards and
help the men grow their beards.
Yeah, real stuff. But then I seen a couple. You ever heard of the spot out Owens Mills? It's called it's like some high end joint. It was on Shark Tank or whatever. Forgot the name of it. But they do like I think it's like super grooming. Like I think it's like nails and hammer or something like that.
I
You ever heard
never
of it?
heard it. Nah, I never heard it, but they got something like that downtown.
Yeah,
you ever heard of Quintessential Gentleman?
Is it right down on what street is it
I
on?
think it's like next to not that far from the gallery.
Yeah, that joint is sick.
Yeah.
That joint is sick. I was just down there last week. My homeboy had
they got a cigar room and everything.
Yeah, you gotta be a member.
Yeah.
You gotta be a member. You gotta be a member to do that. And they got a wine club. They got my boy had launched his new line of whiskey down there at the third floor.
Okay.
So he had blocked it off. But that was my first time in there, and I was like talking to the people that was running it, and they was like, "Yo, the cut's like $40, $50, but you get like the whole treatment. They got a spa room, massage therapist."
Nice.
But he said they started out. He said he said theirs is the only one in the in the United States, but they got another one like in White Marsh or whatever. He said it started with just a barber shop and a shoe shine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the gallery had the shoes.
Yeah, they got ties, shoes now.
Like 3 levels.
Yeah, they got a lady
they
got a lady up there renting like a boutique up there. Like, it's ill. I ain't gonna lie. And it don't cost that much to be a member. Like, but by the time you get the services,
the membership include?
I mean, services like haircuts, massages,
yeah,
manicures, you know what I mean? Manicure,
we do everything.
pedicures.
We do everything but nails.
Huh? I didn't know y'all do massages.
We do facials. We learn everything. Not a lot of barbers do it, but we learn everything. In order to get a license, you have to know, all of those things.
Ching ching, you know what I mean? We got the sound effects, baby. Ching ching. Can I get a rumble in the jungle?
Oh,
No.
I cannot. Wow. So he's acting out today because Angie is not here. So.
Okay.
See,
And
Diamond
then
K
Diamond
hit me.
acting out
You
too.
know, I love it. You know what I mean? I love it. 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 So I guess my next question is like, so, I mean, cause I'm curious, you know what I mean, to know like about, you asked about the things you're doing in the near future. Like, what are some things coming up besides the back to school event that you may have that you want to share with the audience?
I just got a lot of stuff in work. I'm about to start up a mobile barbershop, a little truck. Get that out and running.
I know somebody that got one for sale too. If you want.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. No, for real.
No, I'm for real. You gonna have to let me know.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give it to you, my man, Lamontre.
I had a friend, and we were supposed to go out to what do you call it? Like the auction to go find something, but you know, like
they just bought one. They bought it from this guy in Atlanta. It was a guy doing mobile barber.
I think that's a dope idea.
No, that's an amazing idea.
Right.
Yeah, it's money everywhere.
Because people can't, like I was telling her when she first told me, I was like, well, yeah, because I know for like my dad, he can't get out to the barbershop, and I always got to pay someone to come to him because he's wheelchair bound. Mm-hmm. So I think that's an amazing idea.
Yeah, my aunt, she works for Social Security, and she like, man, it's a lot of people that don't have enough time on that break, and I'm fast with cutting. Not a lot of people have enough time on that break to go get their hair cut.
Right.
You know, you can just post up there, and I was like, man, and that just opened a door in my head. That was
and
like,
a nursing home and stuff too.
I'm sure it's probably gonna be a great idea to probably franchise.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do. My brother is learning. Everybody wants to learn how to cut, you know, from me. So my brother is learning right now. My cousin wants to learn. My little cousin. Like I just want to start like a family business and barbering. And
you already started.
And set it in Baltimore. You feel me? Like,
yeah. Keep
black businesses here. And once we have that, you know, we have a vision. Then we can actually, you know, have people in our chair and, you know, start. Once you got a person in your chair, you can talk about anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. Once you got them in that chair, you use that time
you
that
got
you have.
Yeah. I like that idea. I love that idea, actually, because I'm working on a truck myself. So yeah, I love that idea. So, I mean, I already know that's going to happen. I already see it for you.
I just love the idea of black people just trying to do their own thing, period. So I mean, especially in Baltimore.
But you know what's so crazy, because we talk about supporting black business, but people don't even know how, and it's not even it's not even that hard. It's not even that hard though.
It is.
It's not that hard to support a black business.
I ain't gonna lie. This girl was like, "Hey, we should get something to eat." It was someplace on Emerson Avenue or something, and I got a simple breakfast sandwich, and she got like waffle or something, and it took 2 hours. You wanna know why? Because dude who was supposed to be in the kitchen kept leaving out, smoking a cigarette. Nobody.
That was a no.
Exactly. Nobody had a hairnet on. Nobody. And I literally was like, yo, this is why I don't put my money with black. But she was like, oh, like it's noticeable. Like it's.
But see, that's
no apron, no nothing.
But see, that's where we as black business owners ourselves, we have to tell them, you know what I mean? Because
that's not always the case. Because if you go, you like, look, man, this is how it should be. People get offended.
They do, but I agree. But we still have to do it, because at the end, long as you can say you did it, you did your part, you are a part of the solution, not the problem. Like I had an experience at a black establishment that sells wine. They're a wine establishment. I didn't know they were black. And it was a crazy situation. I ain't gonna go into full details about it, but let's just say he serviced a white table different than he serviced my table, right? Yeah. So I just simply asked when my food came, and my lady food wasn't done, and this, that, and the third. And I mean, I was satisfied with what I ordered. It was cool. I said, well, yo, who's the owner? Can I speak to the? And they pointed to the brother who I thought was the waiter. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I said, and I was telling my lady the whole time, so I wanted to leave, but it was late, so we was like, yo, we just gonna go and chill. And I was like, the problem is, I'm not gonna do a video talking about I'm not gonna talk about your business, none of that.
Right.
I'm gonna, now that I know he's the owner, I can have an even different conversation with him. Even though he tried to come off, he still, like you said, came with a little attitude. I had to kind of curve him away, because he tried to make it about taking the thing off the bill. I said, look, bro, I don't care about you taking that off the bill, bro. Like, I can pay for that. I'm just trying to let you know, like, as another business owner, I'm very disappointed because I was referred to the restaurant. I was like, somebody physically said, "Yo, check out this black-owned space, and this is what's going to happen. And you get treated this way." So I told him, I said, "Yo, I was invited." So I said, "I was just letting you know, as the owner, I was highly disappointed in my services." You know what I mean? Yeah, he took the money off and all that. To make a long story short, it's just like, I felt good that I said something to him, even if he received it or not. Like, somebody got to start checking people, or they gonna keep doing piss poor services, whether you busy or not. Like, if somebody called me and say, "Yo, I'm not satisfied with your juice," or one of my employees, if they say their beverage or bag smell like cigarettes,
I need to see. I'm
gonna go out my way to either replace it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say something to the person who delivered it. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go out my way to, you know what? Well, ma'am, sir, whatever, I'm going to deliver you another 6-pack. 9 times out of 10, I had people tell me, no, I know it costs you money to make the product. I say, I insist. You know what I mean? But it's the fact that you want your customer to be able to feel comfortable having a conversation with you. Just like you as a barber. Like, I should be able to come in your chair and be like, "Look, you the artist, but this is what I'm feeling, but do your thing." You know what I mean? Like, but you know what I mean? Like, but we gotta be able to check each other.
Yeah,
not check each other, but have a conversation as black business, because you don't want the reputation of like, "Yo, we don't support black businesses," but people do. You know what I mean? It was like
I want to push back on something you just said.
Push back, darling.
All right, now, I agree with everything you said.
All right, thank you.
But I want to take it a step further.
Take it a little step further, please.
Take it a step further.
Thank you.
Why are we so quick to criticize black business for bad service when the Asian business give us bad service?
Well,
let me finish. The white business give us. I ain't talking about you specifically. I'm talking about us as a people.
Okay.
We take bad service from other people. We don't say nothing, and we still give them our business. We have to hold ourselves accountable and not support other people's businesses who don't give us good service.
I agree, but you know what the difference is, though, Diamond K? If they get bad service, or let's just say...
No, they do.
Okay,
they do. Okay, let me say, we get bad service.
I'm talking like the hurry up and buy.
Let's be specific then. So, if we're getting bad service from our Asian brother or sister in the community, of course they're going to go back. They don't have no choice.
No, it's always a choice.
It's always
That's
a
what
choice.
I'm saying.
It's always a choice.
Most Asian spots are already in the hood. They don't have a choice. Anything in the hood is not black owned.
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
So what you're saying is that...
Let me finish my point.
What you're saying is that... So you're in a relationship, right?
Okay.
It's a messed up relationship.
Okay.
You got to deal with it.
I'm definitely not dealing with it.
You got a choice.
No.
There's always a choice.
But I didn't get to finish what I was saying. What I'm saying is, the point I was making about my story was, a lot of times with black business, if we are highly critical, which I agree, we do expect more from our black businesses. But instead of us having a direct conversation, we will blast them on the internet. We will tell everybody not to support them, but we won't do the same thing to that Asian business.
I agree.
So I agree with you. But I'm just saying, like, the reason why. Why is because out of necessity. Because how many black businesses in my community, if I don't have a car, I don't have access to food, this, that, and the third, and all I have is the Asian joint in the store. I mean, in my community. That's all I'm able to go to. It's not a black business in my neighborhood.
But here's my thing: if it was, and that's a whole nother debate. But let's say it's a black, and I've seen it, black business across the street from the Asian store.
Right.
They still go to the Asian store.
Yeah.
What's the excuse there?
There's a lot of stuff happening.
Well, you know the excuse there. I believe the excuse there is these people.
There is no excuse.
People are ignorant. There is no excuse.
But I understand what Diamond's saying. If we feel so comfortable to blast our brothers and sisters' businesses, why don't we have that same comfortability to blast the other businesses
my thing
as well?
is the support needs to be just consistent, period. Whether you're black business, small business, whatever. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer that you should buy black. I mean, I don't think it's that hard. I think there's a lot of black businesses. There's a lot of black businesses that sell some of your everyday items that we don't even use, that we don't even support.
Right.
It's a black-owned toothpaste company. It's a black-owned toothbrush manufacturer that make black toothbrushes. You know what I mean? Like, but it's just too much like You know what I mean? Like, you know, me as a black juice manufacturer, like, I can supply all the black businesses with beverages or all the juice bars with beverages, but it's too much like to do that because everybody wants ownership of things, and that's not what it's about. You know what I mean? It's
that's
about
true.
moving in a sense of power and unity. Like that's what the Jewish brothers and sisters do.
Everybody want to be a boss.
You gotta control what you can control. But I agree with you, Diamond K. Like me personally, bad service. I check some all. You know what I mean? Like I had to check an Asian lady today inside the cleaners. You know what I mean? Like, miss, I'm disappointed that this cleaners came highly recommended again. You know what I mean? Like I'm in Feld Point and I'm thinking, okay, it's too good to be true. I say, but how do you mess up someone's white thing out of everything? You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to clean the white one out of everything. So then I bring it back and I tell her, like, well, miss, you know, she had to make an alteration on fix my dashiki or whatever. It's supposed to have been done Friday. I came there Friday, wasn't right. I'll have it for you Saturday. Come Saturday, wasn't right. She said, well, you know what, honey, I'll have it on Monday. So I was like, I didn't go Monday. I came today. Guess who joint wasn't ready? Yours. Brother Nash joint wasn't ready. So then I asked her, and so she tried to blame it on the black dude that was helping me. Like, well, it's on them. I said, no, miss, you told me that out your own mouth that you was going to do it. So it's not on them. I said, so now I was trying to be nice. Now I'm about to show you the other side. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who's your supervisor? This and the third. She like, no, I don't have no supervisor. Who got a phone call? I hope that's Angie calling in. What up?
Hello.
I think it might be Barber.
Hi.
Peace.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Fine. You have a question?
No, I was just calling in support.
Keep on.
I can't hear.
Keep on.
Okay.
I lost my train of thought. Like,
well, I know I'm the queen of checking everybody to the point that my kids will not eat anything after the fact. They be like, oh, we're going to go because we don't know what they about to do to your food. That's how bad I check people.
I mean, but you have to, like I said,
yeah,
like even with black business, man, like I'm very understanding. All right, I got you. Very DJ Nicky Nick. I got I'm very compassionate when it comes to black business, but I also have high expectations too because I have higher expectations because you black, so I expect you to treat me.
But is that right?
Yes, it is, because I have the same expectations when I go into somebody else's restaurant.
Exactly.
So I'm expecting to get treated a little bit better with my own kind than if I get the same treatment from my own kind that I got at the other establishment. What is the, you know what I mean?
I think I agree with you, but I think with the higher expectation comes more scrutiny with the black-owned businesses versus. All right,
let me break it down to you like this. Okay, think about this. If you had, so say we got an elementary school. It's an all-black elementary school, black-ran principal. They not even part of the Baltimore City School District. They're a charter school, right? Mm-hmm. And we know our school systems are struggling, right? Wouldn't your expectations be through the roof for that black-ran school with your black children, with all black teachers? Yeah. Would you expect them to fail? Would you expect anything less than that?
No.
Exactly. So it's the same thing with any other business that we're doing. If I hire Diamond K to do an event for me, right? I'm getting married and he does I shouldn't be like, Diamond K needs to do X, Y, Z. I should expect him to come through and do what he would do for himself. Right. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying as far as black business. I'm saying it's not about having high expectations, but treat the others the way you want yourself to be treated. You know what I mean? And any business. You know what I mean? Barbering, doing hair, DJ Nicky in it, you know what I mean? With Angie do, you know what I mean? Whatever you do, you gotta be the best. Like Angie's running for office, right?
Right.
I'm expecting her to be the best at what she do. I'm not expecting her to come in, well, that's just Angie, so her expectations should be here. No, it should be here. It's not because she's black, but it's even more because she's black. Exactly. You know what I mean? Think about what they did to the president. They talked all the stuff about the black president, but how many people really supported the man? You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? People were just happy he was black and they thought money was gonna fall out the sky. It took me a minute to even vote for the side I was gonna vote on. I wasn't voting just because he was black. I need to hear what the bro had to say. Exactly. You know what I mean? I wasn't voting for the other lady, but still. You know what I mean? Nah, definitely not.
I also understand that the other races are voting just because and supporting their own
because of their race. Exactly.
We are last place because of the mentality.
I agree.
I agree,
Diamond K. But I also
everybody else playing a different rules.
They sure is.
See, I told myself, I was not getting a political conversation today, and I'm staying away from it because Angie would be mad if I even got into it. I was about to go off. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Well, Diamond Kate, you got that one. You got that one, baby.
Well, we're about to wrap out anyway, so you want to close us out, Juan, since you was late as usual.
What you mean?
He's black.
He's black. So
you see how they lowered the
expect to be late, right?
See,
Oh, Jess, before we close out, where can we find you at on social media?
Jess_Master Barber on Instagram.
Yeah.
Come follow me, check me out. 8610 Washington Boulevard. I'm there all day, every day. Come holler at me.
What part of Washington Boulevard is that?
Jessup.
Oh, you at the other end. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you getting spread.
I can't with you.
I'm on Jessup, shorty, getting that money. Anybody cutting like that fast out there?
Oh, my God.
You gotta bring it back to Baltimore, man.
So I want to give a shout out to Angie. She's out there working hard.
Gave her
I need to give a shout out to my niece, Jalen.
Shout out to the whole Baltimore. But anyway, remember, we don't have good evenings. We create them. Thank you for tuning in to RTV Radio. We missed Angie today, but we thank you for having our special guest here, yes. Jess the Barber, Master Barber, getting it in. Support the sister doing great things in the community and continue to support us. We're always looking for sponsor a show so we can continue the mission of restoring the village. Peace and health.